That was a very sudden transition. Hold on, let me. Why does it not save my? What? Well, there it is. Okay. Hi everyone. So I oh, this lighting is bad. I just found a bug in the app, so I'm probably gonna try to fix that first and then reveal the website of where it's live. Because the July AI app is pretty. It's good. It's a good place right now. It's at a oh, how bright do I want to make myself? It is at like minimal viable product release one, basically. So I've already made it go live. So it's actually on a production instance now, ready for people to take a look at it. There's still a lot of features I want to add, but before then, let me fix something. So let me log in real quick. Also, hello. And I know I said I wouldn't work on this app unless I was on stream, but it needed to get done. So this is probably like an additional 6 hours of work that didn't get shown on screen. So yeah, I guess I should show how it is right now. Okay, so here is the app now as it stands. There's a lot of little things, and I honestly don't remember what has been added since the last time. But like there is a copy prompt button so that you can copy it straight into your clipboard. Copy a link to the the perma page. I've added a permanent page, so every time you click into any one of these boxes, it brings you to a permanent page in case you want to share it out. And has the comments already displayed. It very much resembles like new Reddit, basically. If you click on the author on the side, it goes to a pre-filtered list, and you'll see it says currently filtered by Earl Duque. So here's all the stuff that that particular author has submitted. What else? If you there's a button to sort by the ones that have been voted the most. There is I added a bunch of categories, including the descriptions of what those categories are. I've added a template of suggestion of how to do these kind of prompts. Clicking on one of these sorts it accordingly. Yeah. So you can see everything within that category, including displaying what the category means. What else has been added? Oh, I've added a full tree of history. So if you have a particular one that is so here's this prompt. It has it says here there's 8 iterations of this prompt ever since its inception. If you click on it, you can track all the way from the beginning all the way to the newest one. And then if someone forks it, let me show. And if someone forks that one and goes to like a previous one, you can actually see all the different forks, like the newer versions of this prompt too, in one go, and click over to those ones too. I've added a way to get to your profile since I don't want to add a header menu, but allow people to upload their own picture if they want to, so that they can show up on there. A lot of little back end things like making sure that these buttons don't making this entire window go to the permalink, but making sure it doesn't go to the permalink if you click on any of these sub actions. What else did I do? I reworked the category backend. I reworked the voting backend. Yeah, there was a lot of random stuff that I worked on to get it to a point of being happy where it is. Yeah, the one bug I did see was that if you're logged in as somebody else, it looks like you've voted. Everybody has voted on the thing, so I need to fix that right now. So I'm gonna fix that right now, and then I'm gonna talk about the actual end product and show where it is live. So let me check what that condition is real quick. They have if voted is true. Okay, so let me look at. Oh, it's because I. Mm, so the way I reworked the voting is that this still counts according to the voting history table, but there's also a score now on the main record, the prompt record. I had to, I took out this only find votes that are done by the user so that so that this number actually counts upward properly. Otherwise, it would only just ever say one because you can't see other people's votes in this script. Took that out, not realizing that it affected the vote button, and that made it everybody say vote is true. So the way I should fix this is, I think I'm going to say if votegr dot, I think it's user equals data dot user ID. But that won't work because I'm only doing it once. So I need to. I think we try to do this in 2 steps then. This should have been a glide aggregate instead of a glide record. Oops. Hey, Fro. Aloha. Are you Hawaiian or are you just saying aloha? Because that'd be cool. Okay. Because I have a lot of family from the 808. Oh, wow. 3 years. Like on location? Like you were actually there? Wow. That's cool. Yeah, I've been to Hawaii some like almost every year of my life. Maybe at least every other year now. Yeah. I have a funny story about that. Because I mean, I half my family tree lives in Hawaii. So I when I go visit, when I was young, we would stay the entire summer. Like that was where I spent my summers. And then I think it was middle school or high school. No, it might have been high school. And we were doing like history of the United States, and we were on the Hawaii chapter. And I remember my teacher saying, yes, they even had a name. There's even a term for white people in Hawaii. It's called a heioli, and I was like, it's haole. And he's like, how would you know? I was like, it's haole. I was like, but every time I see when I see the word written down now, like when you're speaking with anybody uh, in on island, like it's haole, and like there's no. But when I see it written down, I immediately think, "Hey, Oli!" And I was like, "That's a there's a there's a sriracha aioli over there, and there's a." But yeah, but I mean, I can't blame him. Like, if you don't hear a person say the word, and you never, I doubt he's been to Hawaii or at least had heard someone call, like, say the term when he was actually there. But yeah, it's funny because when I'm in Hawaii and I'm speaking to somebody that has more of a pigeon accent, I start talking in a little pigeon accent, but I can't do that unless I'm speaking to somebody with a pigeon accent. But it's pretty funny how you can just fall back into that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm guessing Oahu. It's always Oahu. I've been to Oahu like a couple dozen times, and I've only been to not Oahu once. Oahu Bay. Oh, dude, I have a story for that. It's so wild because like I grew up going there all the time, and but it was like for family, so we would just stay with the family. The house I would stay at was in the middle of the island. It was in the middle of Lani Town, and then we would spend the day at the shop, like in Pearl City, and we like that was our summer. Like I remember thinking in high school, like everyone is always so jealous that I get to go to Hawaii all the time, but it's like so boring to me. I remember thinking that until my sister finally started dating another Hallie yourself. But we she started dating somebody, and then we brought him for the first time to Hawaii. And since we brought a guest, we were finally like, let's do some tourist stuff because we finally have a tourist with us, or like we have someone that's not used to Hawaii. And we did all this fun crap. I was like, what? We've been here so many times and we've never done any of this stuff. This is why people love Hawaii. This is just, for me, it was just like summer with family and like working at the shop. So it was like, oh, there's ridiculous. So mundane, normal stuff was like what I'm used to. Then the tourist stuff is like very novel to me still. So I like having fun doing all that kind of stuff now. But it was ridiculous. I was like, I can't believe we didn't do any of this stuff. And it took bringing somebody to finally realize we were missing out. That was the last place we stayed. We did a 5 days in Aulani too. We're a huge Disney family too. Dude, I do we have like a lot of like random similar like experiences for that kind of thing too. That's cool. The bug is still happening. So it's still highlighting. Oh, DVC. Oh, it's not that hard to transfer those points though. Me and my family are I mean, my family and I are still constantly debating on if we should become DVC. staying in Alani for 5 days definitely made us like we're so close to pulling the trigger on that, but we've been resisting. Nice. Yeah, I mean, we try to go to Hawaii at least every other year now. Maybe every year so far. It would be nice, but we also go to Disneyland a lot. So except for it's like the Disneyland is such an expensive place to be DVC though. It's like the worst or the most expensive place out of everything. Voted equals true. I didn't. Got me again. I didn't query. Okay, so now this should say highlighted, but if I go to incognito on another account and refresh, perfect. Okay, it's working again. Okay, I fixed that. Um, yeah, we just haven't pulled the plug because we're just still wondering if we want to do DVC. If it's like, is our big trip going to be Aulani every other year, or do we want to potentially do other things and not spend that chunk of money on just Aulani, basically? So we're still deciding on that. We haven't. I don't know because we got to figure that out. My kids are only 1 and 3 still, or 1 and 4 now. So like we kind of want to wait till they get a little bit older so that we know what they're more interested in. Okay, so that bug is fixed. So let me push that through Studio real quick and then upload it to the live instance, and I'll show where that is so people can actually start looking at it. And then I'll start working on some mod functionality that I need to make. Do you think it's worth it though, right? Like everybody in DVC says it's worth it, which is hard because I'm like, is that bias or were you? I keep running into people that are trying to convince me to do it. So what I just did, if I create logic on one thing, I didn't make them Angular pages, which I should have at the beginning. But if there's some core functionality that I update, like the logic for this voting, I just updated. I have to update it on the permalink page too. So that's what I was just doing. There it goes. Um, right, that's updated to source control. Here is the live instance. Remote. Okay, so if people go to, let me put it on screen. I've made like 40 different link versions of this short link, so a bunch of things different work. So devlink.sn/prompt library. I think Gen AI. I think AI library also works. I made a bunch, but prompt library is the main one I'm remembering. But if you go to that and log in with your ServiceNow SSO, you get access to the live one. And this is if you're watching. I mean, Fro, you seem to be the only one watching. So hey, man, if you look, vote. Maybe click on something if you're available. See if there's any bugs. Um, what? Oh, another thing that I forgot didn't mention. One of the other things that I made sure I added since the last stream. I don't know if I did it since the last stream, but I have the working pagination going. So if you've ever done if you've never done a UI for pagination, I'm thinking I might just create this widget and upload it to share.community or the share section of community. No, share section of developer.servicenow.com because that pagination thing I made was pretty robust and has a really cool mechanism behind it. And so down here, if you see, I'll make it even more. I have a hidden thing in here called and display equals. We'll do two. So now it's only. Wait, was it? Yeah. Oh, I gotta go home. All right, so let me do two things there. So now it's only displaying two per page because I have a hidden parameter in there. But in this pagination, it if it's the first page, you can't click. You see the mouse over doesn't do the clicking thing anymore. Um, but if there's a lot of pages, you'll see that it does the first 5 pages and then jumps to 18. But if you're on the 18th page, it does the first 1 page and then the last five. And then if you start clicking through these things, as you get closer to the ellipses, it adds ellipses to the back end. And then as you click forward, it shows the first page, last page, so that you can quickly jump over without having the extra go to the back button and go to the front button. And know what how many pages there actually are of this. So I made this for a different app and then I just brought the code over and I was like, oh, that was pretty easy for me to implement onto this glide record. I should probably wrap this up in a standalone widget and share it with people. So I'll probably do that soon. Light TPD discovery pattern and ancillary classifiers. Said a lot of words that I don't know how to put together right now, buddy. You're probably working in a different space than I'm working in, so I've um I've only done discovery once with a customer, so I don't actually have the most robust experience with that stuff. So womp womp. That's how it goes. Not everyone knows everything. As long as you know a little bit, then that's what makes architecture work, right? But yeah, so added that. Exactly. I mean, that's why having like different team members and teammates works because everyone has their own skill sets. I just I know a lot of the stuff I'm doing is all within a widget, which is especially the input kind of things and going back and forth with all the different things that could happen in it is looks like wizardry until you know the building blocks of everything. Once you know the building blocks of Service Portal, then it's actually fairly simple. My next go will probably need to be within like UI Builder though. I need to really learn more UI Builder stuff. You would think after helping produce UI Builder Live for a year, I would have picked up on some things, but I really need to just build stuff in it for it to really solidify. But yeah. Okay, so this is live. I need to share out that link probably on the Slack channel. I need to do moderator functionality right now. Okay, so I am going to take these tabs and move them to a different screen so I don't accidentally do things in the wrong instance. And now I need to jump back in and I need to look at roles because I don't know what roles I made. Moderator. Okay, so I do have a moderator role. That's good. And now I need to do a check for is mod equals, is it GS as role? Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking it's just the string, the name of the role. I'm pretty sure. Web server that's similar to Apache, but isn't a Oh, okay. I'm kind of getting what you mean. Just the way for you to be able to discover all the things that need to be discovered, but not on a normal Apache server. That stuff is wild. That's also good job security. If you're really good at that stuff, then a lot of companies need that. And that's not in the realm or scope of like normal implement, like entry level dev or entry level implementation. So that's good. That's good job security. Yeah, my bread and butter wasn't like the discovery stuff. It was all creator workflow stuff. So being able to rapidly build apps or create end user or public user facing functionality quickly with little technical debt. That was my specialty, which is kind of being revealed on this stream. That's because I've been rapidly building this app. Anyways, this mod is true because I have admin on there. Now let me go to incognito and make sure that this person is not true, or in other words, false. Okay, good. Okay, so is mod false. So that means I will create a group in production to grant that role. And now it's a matter of making the functionality and updating the queries. So instead of deleting prompts outright, I want to deactivate them. So I need to update hmm. I need to change my data model to always say that still works. Yep. And then let me go deactivate prompt 1033 to make sure it works. Need to add the active field back on here. So 1033 should drop off. Good, it did. Okay, so that's there. And now I need to add the functionality to delete. Or not delete, deactivate. Which needs to be another UI modal. Yeah, another UI modal. Need a good delete icon. Where's like delete? Let me see how that looks. I think that looks okay. Let me check incognito to make sure it's not showing up. It's showing up. Oh, I gotta put the end. I got to put the if statement. My bad. And he angular if data is mod, and I want to force it to say is true. So it should disappear there, but then stay on my account. Perfect. All right, now to do the modal. If there is an event, I need it to not propagate the click through of an higher order um, angular click. Okay. So the client controller is set up. Now it's time to build the modal. I don't think I need any of that. Well, I guess, do I need to pass it? I should pass it. All right, it works. So I'm sending the sys ID over. Okay, now I need to actually trigger the database side. Did I close the window? Good. Okay, I did. So let me uncomment this real quick because that's my safeguard. Now for this side of things, if input dot prompt to delete, I think that's what I called it. Yep. Let's optional chain that so I don't have to do it twice. Okay. So that should work. If I press this and then confirm, 1032 should disappear. And it did. Okay, so I do see one bug. My pagination isn't updating according to the pages, which because I forgot to update my count, glide aggregate for this. There it goes, 17. 16. Perfect. All right, mod functionality is working. Now I need to create documentation and explain it to them. Because I want to. Well, it's technically launched already, but I want to get it ready for marketing next week. Let me make sure it is turned off on incognito still. Yep. So let me turn off debugging, and I'm going to push it one more time because I'm not using branches for these things. So I need to, I'm going to upload them as features. I'm going to commit accordingly to features. Oh, I need to add a delete ability for comments because those can get spicy, I bet. It's annoying. Oh, that's going to be annoying to him, man. So need to add. I'm not going to nest modals. I'm not going to use an alert because that's janky. Jinky. Why not? Not nest modals. Hurt that much. Okay, let's try to make it pretty first. That didn't float. Still didn't float. Closer. Hmm. That class isn't showing up. Is it not inheriting? It must not be inheriting the style sheet. I hope no poor old devs are watching right now. They're gonna hate me for doing that. It isn't. It's not inheriting. That's why. Well, it looks good. I'll move forward with it then. redo the structure of this. We need to do it. I need to eat lunch soon. Oh, hey, Eric. I'm not figuring anything out. It's more I'm retooling things as I add functionality. So so the thing I'm working on specifically right now is the comment section for each prompt. I hastily threw it together as basically grab all the journal entries and then just split it by the first line and the second line, the first line and everything after the first line. And so in each of the prompt objects, there's an array of comments, and each of those things is basically an array 0, 1, and that's how I'm displaying it as seen here. So the first part of the comment and the second part of the comment, that's what makes it display. But I'm adding mod functionality so that if you're logged in as a moderator, you'll see this delete button and you can click on it. But because I set it up as just a journal entry manipulation and splitting strings, the sys ID is not actually there for that comment. Oh wait, the comments are in journal. Oh, that's going to be even more annoying. Interesting. I didn't even think this. Huh. That just. I didn't. I'm not tracking comments in my own table. So, how would I want a mod to be able to remove a journal entry? Yeah, I think the best I can probably do is to give the mods an ability to hide comments entirely, like disable comments for a particular thread. I think that's what I would have to do. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. Not for this scope of this app. I'm going to not, and I'm going to just make it so that um, yeah, I'm just going to make it so that if comments are getting super spicy, then I'll add a button that just says disable comments. Um, but let me make. I don't. I did I add this functionality, the delete mod functionality, to this one? No, not yet. Okay, so I need to add it to the other page. That should be pretty fast to do. need to add this. And I need to send them home. Okay. All right, cool. All right, at least mod functionality for deleting entire prompts there. And I think I'm gonna call it because I need to go eat because I'm a hungry hippo. Okay. Thanks everybody. Appreciate ya. I mean Eric and Fro. Thanks for hanging out. And I guess Becca at the beginning, but I think she's probably at lunch. Okay. Have a good one. Bye. Oh, and if you didn't know, if you missed at the beginning, go to devlink.sn/prompt library. Ah, there's a bug. And there's a bug. Go to devlink.sn/prompt library and you can see the app. Oh, I'll push this. Well, I guess it's just mod functionality, so it won't matter. But it's all up to date and good to go. Cool. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.